Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into a freezing cold locker room right here on 97.3 ESPN. Brad Quast in the house. Josh Henning producing. The intern Andrew Leeds is here, and we are in a 3-point stance. It's the countdown to Super Bowl 57. Brad Quast.
3-point stance. I haven't slept in 2 days.
Yeah.
I haven't slept. I'm excited. I got into the studio like about an hour ago, half ago. So I'm excited.
You don't sleep. Dude.
I don't sleep.
I don't sleep. Are you like that A personality where you're all like always on your mind's constantly racing? You're on the go.
You've known me a long time. Yes. Yeah. This is exciting.
What time did you used to roll? Okay, so let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back to your playing.
Okay.
Days. We know what type of personality you have. You're high strung. You don't sleep. What time did you used to get to the stadium on game days? Like what everybody would roll in, say if the game's if it's a 3:30 game.
3:30.
What time you in?
I'm there probably about 11 o'clock.
What time is everybody else in?
There's two. Home or away is different because there's different buses.
Let's
that
just
go
say
to
home.
Home.
You're not there at 10 o'clock in the morning.
No, you're not 10 o'clock. It depends. You go. You have all these guys. We all have rituals.
Right.
You got rituals. You go in. You do the same thing. You get treatment. You get stretched. So every guy's a little different.
All right.
So
we're leading up to the Super Bowl. This is amazing. Last week we had a great night, great evening. At yesterday's, we broadcasted live from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at yesterday's, and then I stayed there throughout the whole game. The crowd was phenomenal, and Chuck Thompson and all the people, Eddie B, Sean, the bartenders down there, all do a great job. The crowd was unbelievable. The crowd that at yesterday's and the enthusiasm of for the Eagles, but the game itself, we annihilated the 49ers.
Yeah.
Here's a team.
Surprising,
game, right?
Yeah.
Here's a team that was supposed to be this physical, tough defense. We minimized them.
Yes, we sure did, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's kind of exciting. So this
knocked two quarterbacks out.
This area is so they're so pumped for what's going to happen on Sunday. It's exciting. Yeah.
What I really enjoy about like watching the news, going to the Wawa, on the way to school, like just being at school, all the kids wearing their Eagles gear. My daughter has a dress down day. She goes to Catholic school. They usually wear uniforms, but on Friday they let them do a dress down day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's exciting. Everybody's behind it. Grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle. It doesn't matter. It's just everyone's excited about it, and it's great to see for our area.
Now,
the Northeast.
I know Josh can talk to this because we've been together on the radio for a long time. And Josh, leading up to the Super Bowl 52, the Eagles hadn't been there in a while.
Yep.
And they hadn't won a Super Bowl. They were lost in 1980, lost in 2004.
Yep.
So they get to the Super Bowl in 2017. And when they won, Josh, what do we hear? We had tons of callers, which we usually have more text messages. We got a lot of callers, a lot of text messages. And what did everybody say, Josh? They were all talking about a relative that had just passed away that missed it, or this was from my dad, or this was. It means a lot to people. But now we're in strange territory here, you guys. We're in 2 Super Bowls within 6 years.
Think about the success. And I didn't realize that. I didn't grow up here, but I've been out here since 92. They talk about the success that Jeffrey Lurie has had.
It's the gold standard.
It really is. I mean, we take that for granted here. It really is. It is a gold standard. We're in the playoffs and being in the Super Bowl the 3 years. It's fun. It's good to be an Eagles fan.
Well, I got to tell you, Jeffrey Lurie has, since 2000, and they're like the 6th best team in the, most wins. They've been to the Super Bowl now 3 times in his tenure with the team. I mean, this is definitely the gold standard, but we're in strange territory right now because we're talking 2 Super Bowls within 6 years.
Yeah, that's pretty
right?
spectacular. Yes,
that's unbelievable. There's a lot of I write an article every Saturday, every Friday at 973ESPN.com. Josh edits it, does a great job. But we're talking about all the storylines that come up. See, I like this bye week because you get all the hype. Everybody gets excited. There's so many storylines in this particular game. You need 2 weeks.
Well, you need 2 weeks for logistically to plan it and go out there and everybody, a lot of moving parts with the Super Bowl. But then you're right. The planning and the preparation and the buildup and the Super Bowl parties and making sure your block pools are full out.
Right?
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom McMenamin from Tom's River Volkswagen, Tom's River Auto Group. He's got me in a pool. He's got me in a
Tommy's going to the game.
Mark Grimes is going to the game.
Mark Grimes,
advertiser Mark Grimes. And he sent you his prediction.
Yeah, he sent me a prediction. He's leaving. Him and his wife are going out Thursday.
He's going to be our reporter. He's going to be calling in next Saturday and Sunday.
I'm getting him tickets to the Phoenix Open golf tournament.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to love that.
By the way, as of Thursday night, 24% of the tickets that are for the Super Bowl that have been purchased have come from Pennsylvania.
Well,
only 7% have come from Missouri.
Before the show, I was trying to get tickets.
Now, how expensive are these tickets?
You don't want to know, Billy.
I know the face value is 22, but
I mean,
I heard up to $12,000 for lower level, right?
No, lower level level on the Eagle side, it'll cost you $25,000. The cheap seats are I had $5,800 per ticket.
The top 1% can afford to go to this game.
And it's all corporate and it's crazy.
But the Eagles are in it, and it's a lot of fun. We got so much to talk about. We got a great show lined up today. We're going to talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, as we do every Saturday. But he's on his way to Radio Row, as is Mike Gill and the Sports Bash. They'll be there. Starting Wednesday. Josh, is that when Mike will be down there?
Yeah, Mike will be live at Radio Row Wednesday through Friday.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, there's tons of people walking around Radio Row, former athletes, former Super Bowl greats, and you just grab them, right, Josh, and say, hey, can we talk?
I had 3 great invite parties to go to.
Did you?
Yeah, I have invites. I got my name on the list if I can make it out there. So,
all right, some of the storylines that we're going to talk about today is that that Andy Reid is coaching against his former team. He's only now one of there have been 7 head coaches in NFL history to lead multiple franchises to the Super Bowl, and it's Andy Reid.
He's Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
There's also he'll be the 5th head coach in NFL history to coach against their former team in the big game.
Okay.
Can you name a couple? You think
against your former team?
I'll give you the year.
Okay.
See if you can remember the coach.
Go ahead.
1969, the Super Bowl 3.
That was Kansas City Chiefs.
No, that was Baltimore Colts against the Jets. That's the Joe Namath game.
Okay. Willie Joe.
Do you remember who the coaches were?
No.
Was that Eubanks?
Weeb Eubanks.
Eubanks. There you go, Josh. There you go.
Don Shula.
Shula.
Right?
Okay, gotcha.
How about
Eubanks was on the Colts staff before?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
How about Super Bowl 33?
Who played?
Dan Reeves against the Broncos. Dan Reeves he was with the Cowboys.
Well, you gave it away there.
Yeah, he was Cowboys.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're not good at playing.
He's the punchline. Yeah.
John Gruden.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Gruden in the Bucs.
Yep.
Right?
Gruden in the Bucs. Pete Carroll.
Yeah. Okay.
Carroll in the
Patriots.
Yep.
So there's but one of the biggest storylines, and we're going to get into this as we go through the show today, because this is the first time that the starting quarterbacks, not backups or anything, starting 2 black quarterbacks in the league. Starting what?
That's great.
I mean, we're past. I mean, black quarterbacks. There's 7. There's been more. There's been 7 quarterbacks that have played in the Super Bowl.
But see, there's something way bigger than that, and that's why the
brothers.
That point. No, not that. No, that point about the quarterbacks to me is negligible.
Is it?
The bigger part is what I heard Doug Williams talk about this week on ESPN radio, which was 20, 30 years ago, These guys would not be playing
They
quarterback.
won't be
in
playing
the NFL.
quarterback.
No,
Exactly.
because
That's the
okay.
thing.
they say
It's
you're
a different
too-
game.
Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes would have probably been a baseball player.
Yep.
Probably been pitching in the big leagues. And Jalen Hurts would have been converted into like a tight end or something. It's the fact that the league has evolved to say, hey, we don't need you to look like Drew Bledsoe
No.
to play
exactly.
quarterback anymore. And that anyone, if they have the mental aptitude for the position, because Brad, it's not just about your arm strength. It's about, do you have the mental capacity?
You take that Wonderlic test at the combine.
Yeah.
Yes.
the mental capacity to play the position.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff going on. And of course, the Kelsey brothers.
That's
a really cool
that
story,
story's
man.
good. I just figured I was just figuring out how many tickets you think they have to buy.
All right.
All
right. And also at the bottom of the second hour, we're going to talk with former head coach at Haddon Heights High School, Ralph Schiavo.
That's your old coach, right?
He coached Haason Reddick at Haddon Heights.
All right.
I worked with him at Audubon. And by the way, high school football coaches are so important to turn these boys into men.
The evolution and development.
So you hit the nail on the head. These are they're dealing with young men. They can that young person at high school could either make or break. He doesn't have a dad in the house or whatnot, and they look up to the football coach. They really
coaches
do.
are father figures.
Father figures,
And
absolutely.
I'm a substitute teacher at Audubon School District, and every once in a while I'll work with Coach Schiavo because he's over there at Audubon. A great guy. And he's just cool to pick his brain. So I said, hey, Coach, can you come on to the show and talk about Haason Reddick? He said, sure, Billy.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're going to talk to Haason Reddick's high school football coach.
That's great.
At the bottom of the hour. So we got a big show lined up. Of course, the Sixers played last night. We'll get into a little Sixers talk as well. But I got a lot of stats.
I'm excited. Yeah. It's great. Our intern does a great job. Comes in with all the stats.
He does a great job.
All the stats.
And by the way, my brother, Bobby, he'll be working, and guess where his layover is Saturday?
Where?
Phoenix.
Ooh,
He'll
that's
be on a
nice.
layover
Very nice.
Saturday night, so
That's
maybe he'll
great.
try to sneak into the game.
All right. If I get an extra ticket, I'm taking you, Billy.
All right. The first hour of this locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing of the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you at 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Now, next Sunday, we've been running this all season long. Blitz's Market and the Locker Room want to discount your Eagles game day meal during the Eagles season, and now there's only one game left. You want to get down to Blitz's Market, they got a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the Locker Room. They'll put together a big party tray for you for the big party.
They're going to be busy. They're going to be busy next
believe
week.
Me, their hoagies are to die for.
They are. Their bread's great.
So they have online ordering now at blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-9983. That's Dave and Joe Newman down there. Now, I want to get to Dave Lavari, because Dave Lavari, he's a great guy. I've known Dave for a long time, but I'm here to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over the Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar. It's got 18 big screen TVs, daily specials. I had the Aju, what's that dip? We dip the
Aju. You're asking the wrong guy.
What is that? We dip. What do you call that sandwich?
The French dip.
The French dip.
Yeah,
French dip. The
French dip.
Their French dip is great. You put the
die
horseradish
for.
in
To die
there.
for.
Yeah.
To die for.
So they're celebrating 15 years in business.
Wow.
He's doing a great job.
Great.
Thursday night's wing night out. You're not. I don't hear you.
Apparently, Billy and Lavari's are very fancy.
Yeah. Well, it's that French dip,
French dip.
You got to dip it in. It's good.
If you say so.
All right.
$1 wing, $2.50 domestic drafts, live music every Friday night. Book a private party with Dave. 609-628-2225. That's Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Henning in the locker room on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Embiid driving. Oh, man, they forgot to guard Joel Embiid. Hey, he's good. He dunked it.
It's Sixers Knicks tomorrow. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back here in Tom's River Volkswagen Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. Now, Q-Man.
Yep.
Nick Sirianni's pretty good after a bye week. He's 3-0.
So they did some homework. They do some homework. They got a lot of time to study that.
Right?
Yep.
Right down. And guess what Andy Reid is? 28-4.
Wow. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So in other words, they're basically really good execution and putting game plans in and picking out the weaknesses of your opponent.
All right. The reason why I want to say this is because Julian Love from the New York Giants,
Yep.
he's chirping a little bit. I guess he's sour grapes because they got their rear ends kicked. They got embarrassed on national television by the Philadelphia Eagles. They thought, after their win against the Vikings, they had a little chip on their shoulders. Dabble gets the Coach of the Year, right?
Yep.
Well, he's a finalist. He's a finalist.
I mean, he's a finalist for Coach.
He did a heck of a job with that.
But
team.
he did,
He did. He really did.
But he's sour grapes.
Let's let the audio speak for itself.
Hold on.
Yep.
Let me set up.
Yeah.
Sour grapes.
Yes.
But you just made a comment in the break.
Yeah.
You think he's doing this just to get?
Of course,
a
yeah. He's sour grapes, but guess what? We're talking about him on ESPN. Billy Swime, the locker room.
Right.
I mean,
and not just us.
So his name's in the media. So
well, here's the thing.
he accomplished that.
We just said Nick Sirianni's 3-0 after a bye. Andy Reid's got a heck of a record too. 28-4 is no record to sneeze at. For him to say this, it doesn't. To me,
there's no validity. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Josh.
Okay,
would you like to play what Julian Love said about Nick Sirianni?
Yeah. So for the context, for those who maybe only saw this randomly or heard it randomly, so Julian Love was on for an hour.
He was
on Good Morning Football for an hour. Okay. But when the topic of the Eagles came up, this is what he said. And there's a lot of issues with what he said here. Take a listen.
He's a guy who really is doing a good job because he's not getting in the way of his team. He has an experienced roster from top to bottom, offense, defense.
You see this stuff, though? Like, what's your reaction as a player? And that guy's doing it.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, he's in for a free ride right now. You guys can coach this team, and that's how
Baltimore right
I
there.
mean, come on.
You might not be suited up for the Eagles anytime soon, but that's okay. There's 31 other teams. That's fine.
That's fine. Exactly right.
Sour grapes.
Okay, sour grape. But here, let me add this to it. So I think he used the wrong phrase, but what he meant to say is that in the NFL, unlike high school and college, you're basically, you put the pieces together and you motivate them, you make sure they're healthy, and you do get out of their way.
You can't. Like Andy Reid's not throwing the ball, he's not catching the ball, he's not kicking the ball.
But
I get it.
But the talents they have and the schemes,
you know how important coaches are.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
a players' league. I guess
it's a players' league, and it's not like coach. When you're in the pro, you don't win one for the giver. Let's go out. And you get it's not his job to get you pumped up.
Well, what about guys that say they'll run through a wall for this guy?
Well, because
that means they love their coach.
But
so much
because they believe in him of the things he's doing.
Yeah, they believe in his football
knowledge,
football knowledge, and they believe, and they're putting me in a position to win on the football field.
Right.
And they're
Sirianni and Andy Reid are two different coaches. Sirianni shows his emotion. And I like it. I like when Sirianni's rubbing it up and down the thing. And he's getting excited.
But there's something more important here. And Brad, you can speak to this better than either of us can. The players have bought into Sirianni. It doesn't matter if we buy in. Billy, no offense to you, Billy. It doesn't matter if we buy in.
So here's the thing. So he gets there and he's got this enthusiasm. So you're Brandon Graham. You're in the Lane Johnson. You're in the league for a long time.
Right.
You're not 22, 23 years old. You're a grown man. You're married, got family, got kids. And then a younger guy comes in and starts.
Remember we were skeptical in the beginning when he was talking about the flower analogy.
I got to eat crow.
Right.
But
guess what? At the end, it doesn't matter if it works. If the ends justify the means and it works, it works.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is he has the locker room. They respect him because of his knowledge and his sincerity, and they're playing for him. That's
love him.
They love him. They love him.
And guess what? Nick Sirianni is 5-0 against 3 finals of the Coach of the Year: Dabble, Peterson, and Shanahan. He's 5-0 against these teams.
Yeah, so that's a good record.
Hey, he's undefeated. So what do you say about that, Josh?
Well, what I say is you mentioned Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham was asked by the media.
You have that clip?
What he thought about what Julian Love said. This is the leader of the Eagles, one of the leaders of the Eagles locker room, Brandon Graham.
People always got something to say when they at home. So they got some stuff to think about. So I ain't really going to touch too much on it. I just know that Coach Sirianni is, it don't matter what he did last year with a team that, nobody thought was going to do much. He ended up getting us to the playoffs. And then for his second year, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get better. You're supposed to bring players in to do exactly what you need them to do. And we did that. He said anybody can coach this team. It's like, man, it don't matter because at the end of the day, it's on your GM to be able to bring guys in and sign guys and have people want to come to this organization. So, it's a whole bunch of different factors other than just him talking about Coach Sirianni. It's just, a lot of people just mad because of what happened this season. I understand, but it definitely carried no weight because Coach proved himself each and every day.
Proved himself each and every day.
Yep.
So the players know what he's all about.
Yeah,
by the way,
know.
Andy Reid was quoted as saying that Sirianni's perfect for Philly, that he's a tough guy, and he's a place for tough kids. I mean,
I like him because he shows emotion and he's tough. He speaks off the cuff,
right?
And he's a Philly guy, and he's bought into this whole environment and our attitude towards the Eagles, and I love it for it.
I can't wait. I am so
excited?
I don't know how to react because look, I'm in my whole life, 1980 and 2004. Look how long it was between Super Bowl visits, and they were both ended up in defeat. Now, fast forward 2017, 2023, we're going 2 Super Bowls within 6 years.
I was talking to another at the championship game and another player, and we really do take it for granted.
Right,
we take it for granted. We do.
No, I said I'm in a weird place. I don't know how to be. I don't know how to feel.
You don't know how to feel.
No, I don't know how to feel right now.
Sit on the couch, Billy, and I'll
let me down on the couch.
Your feelings.
I'm happy. I'm ecstatic, and I love the whole atmosphere and everything it does for our community. And we're winners. But it's like the Patriots went to 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah, can you imagine living up there? Right. And I mean, they just okay, another Super Bowl. Okay.
I remember when we went down to Jacksonville for Super Bowl 52.
I was at that one.
Or not 52, the one down in Jacksonville in 2004.
Yep.
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, it was terrible when he was thrown up.
We got the Philadelphia fans were arriving in Jacksonville on Tuesday, Wednesday before the Patriots fans didn't show up until Friday.
Yeah.
Because it's always all had for.
Okay. Another Super Bowl. Another Super Bowl. Oh boy.
By the way,
we don't take that for granted.
No, we don't. No. And by the way, just the most victories since 2000 in the NFL.
Eagles.
The most victories. New England Patriots 30. No,
Okay.
let me correct.
Okay, go.
Most playoff victories since 2000. Patriots 30.
Yep.
The next team, there's two teams tied for second. They're the Philadelphia Eagles and Baltimore Ravens at 16 playoff wins. And then you got the Steelers, Packers, and Seahawks.
See, that tells you great organizations.
Talk about the gold standard, Brad.
That's the gold standard. Yeah.
Well, it's funny you said that because, I got a chance to speak to Max Kellerman this week, and I don't want to play the clip right now because we got to get the break.
Sure.
But Kellerman was talking about, if the Eagles and Hurts win, it changes the tier that this organization and how Jalen Hurts is viewed because guess what? Moving forward, who's better than the Eagles in the NFC? Who has the better situation in the NFC moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, they're set up, and then you just got to get Jalen signed. He's going to want that big contract.
And by the way, that just what Josh just said leads me to another thing. I heard Coach Jerry Jones from Dallas was saying that the Eagles have mortgaged their future. No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
We got draft picks.
Well, listen, Jerry's like Julian Love. He's jealous. He realizes that he, in all of his billions of dollars, is not enough to build a winning football team without a football person helping.
Exactly.
Him. And he's resentful of
he can't get out of his own way.
That Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, the former movie producer, and Howie Roseman, the former football nerd of the salary cap.
He sent like 25 resumes out every year to become a.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those guys are the ones that are being successful. And Jerry Jones has been to 0 NFC championship games in the last 23 years. The Eagles have been to 7.
That's great, though.
The Eagles have been to 7 in 23 years.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan of the class leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. In-state foes collide as the #1 Purdue Boilermakers hit the road to take on the 21st-ranked Indiana Hoosiers as Zach Edey and top-ranked Purdue battle it out for state bragging rights against Trace Jackson Davis and number 21 Indiana. If it's NCAA basketball, it's right here.
The college basketball season continues only on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4 p.m.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here with the 5G Home Recovery Podcast. Let's talk about mobile users getting priority over T-Mobile home internet users, shall we? You don't know them. Why should they take your internet? I get it. We're raised to share, but always coming in second, paying to be taken advantage of? No thank you. With Xfinity, there's only one priority, and that is YOU. So come on, people, say yes to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/TMOFax.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get 400 megabits per second internet. It's all just $30 a month with a 2-year rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/TMOFax, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails. And we're on our way to restoring even more, because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
We are the tippy top workshop insurance. We are the tippy top workshop insurance.
How much would you pay to make this jingle go away? How about nothing? In fact, you could save money on a better insurance experience without gimmicks. Upgrade to NJM and you could save up to $702 a year on auto insurance. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Get a quote at njm.com. Figure reflects average annual auto insurance premium savings on a national basis for applicants who reported their prior premiums and switched to NJM between 5/31/21 and 5/31/22.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. You were up at Toms River.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I saw Tom.
They got some great cars.
They got great cars, a great staff.
That Atlas is a
Yeah,
nice
no,
car.
it's
Go
just
see
great.
Huey up there. Huey
Yeah,
is the manager.
Right,
He really took care of me.
Not Huey Lewis.
I hope Tom and his family
What's
enjoy
that?
the Super Bowl.
Not Huey Lewis.
Not
No,
Huey
not
Lewis.
Huey
It's
Lewis.
Huey.
Huey Lewis in the news.
I like that band.
Yeah, they were great.
Let's go to a guy that we respect.
No.
Let's go to a guy that we respect. We're talking about intensity. He's intense. He's a good-looking guy. He's always sharp. We can't wait to see what he's wearing. So it's
What do you
the
think?
Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan segment is sponsored by Dino Subs and Pizza on Margate. Keeping you coming back for more since 1964. Located at 8016 Venter Avenue in Margate. Give him a call, 609-822-6602. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan.
There you go, Sixers.
Wait to see. Hey, Dave, we're brought, by the way, for everybody listening, we're casting live on my YouTube channel. locker room with Billy Schwein.
Tell him, Billy.
And we pull up the book, and he's got a Sixers hat on.
Go Sixers.
We're all Philadelphia, okay? All Philadelphia. Good morning, gentlemen. Good to see you, Q. Looking good as always. Billy, the same. Josh, keep holding it together, sir.
Yep.
Billy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh,
Look,
I thought he was taking his shirt off.
I got my Sixers.
Okay.
I'm getting sick to my stomach.
Oh, my God. Speaking of stomachs, it's
Look
right
at this.
for everybody to see right on the
Oh,
thing.
my gosh.
I got a Sixers shirt on under my sweater.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean,
You know why I did that? Because brilliant minds think alike. So it wasn't like I sent you a memo or woke you up at 6:30 in the morning from Vegas.
I know. Look, Q's got the Eagles on. You got the Sixers
Josh
on.
has an Eagles shirt on, too.
Josh has got his Eagles stuff on. How
The
cold is
intern.
it there, fellas? Is it really cold there?
It is really
right now.
cold.
Last night was like 8 degrees.
Oh,
it's cold.
It's 20. My car was registered 20. When I got out of the car to come in, walk into the studio, 20 degrees. Booked.
Hold on. We'll pull up the. This is the latest weather report. It's 19 degrees outside with a real feel of 20 in Northfield, New Jersey.
Josh, you went down deep for that one. I like it. That was good. He went down low. Yeah, man. The week before the Super Bowl is interesting week. But when it's cold like that, I don't know what you do. I don't remember. The last time I really was remember that cold was the day I flew home from Curacao after spending almost 2 years down in Curacao in the offshore sportsbook business. I lived in the Caribbean. I landed in Pittsburgh the week after the Super Bowl.
Right?
Yeah, I did. And we landed in Pittsburgh, and the guy said, "Welcome to Pittsburgh International Airport. The current temperature is 9." And I looked over at my brother-in-law now. He's my brother-in-law, Brother Smoke. And I said, "Did he just say 9?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Do you know how cold that's going to feel?" We lived in a place where the high was maybe 80 and the low was 65. And I was cold, Billy, until July. It was February, and I was cold until July. So God bless, thinking of everybody back there and just everywhere where it's cold, because the high here today is going to be 62.
Wow.
So we're going to have a nice day today. I got a volleyball game in 30 minutes with the little one. So
Well, I got to tell you, Book. I got to tell you, you tugged at my heartmeans yesterday when you sent me that picture of you in the classroom. Now, I'm a crier. I'm like Dick from Meal Square.
Yeah, he.
I mean, I'll sit in a game and
he went to basketball practice this morning. He started
seeing
crying.
your daughter,
He started crying.
I'll start crying now.
Yeah.
Seeing your daughter in front of the class like that, it just resonated with me, because I'm in the same spot you are. My daughter's in second grade.
It's unbelievable. It was so much fun. So the two older ones are 19 and 17, and while you're going through it with them little ones and you're working and you don't take it all in, but since the stroke a couple years ago, and now I got this little one who's 9, who is literally just I learned something from her every single day.
Every single day.
She's got a presentation at school, and I get the opportunity to go, and I sit back and watch. The kid owns the room.
That's great.
Well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the
great.
tree,
That's
does it?
great.
Looking
Yeah,
for
you're
I
right.
mean, come on.
I couldn't believe it, and I thought I told my wife this later. I'm like, they really are watching everything we do. I know
They really do. They really do.
But
They're
get
sponges.
the kids know everything, and they talk and they see, but you really got to just try to do your best as a parent. You don't always make the right decisions, but you at least owe it to them to try.
Try and tell them how proud you are
every
of
day.
them. That's all. Every day.
That's
That's
it. You know,
All right,
and then-
let's.
We're all going
I
to start
don't mean to
crying
make
here
you
in the
cry.
locker room.
Billy, don't cry.
Billy's
I
crying.
was trying to
David,
make
he's
you-
crying.
He is. He
Okay.
should.
Book,
This is what we do.
let's turn our attention to Super Bowl 57. A lot of
Yes.
side stories. I like this bye week leading up to the.
You do?
I do, because it gives you.
I want to play football tomorrow, Billy.
Nah, you need a week. You need the extra
This is the Super Bowl. It's not just a regular game or a play. It's the Super Bowl. You want to have all this
to build up.
We
and
want
the
the
hype.
build up and the hype. That's what it's all about. And all the side stories, the Kelsey brothers, the first 2 starting quarterbacks ever, starting quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. Andy Reid against his former team.
Billy's so excited. He's not even talking.
He can't even
English
talk.
anymore.
Right?
He's not even putting sentences together.
But like Josh, isn't it enough? Like, I mean, well, you're living there. You guys, so you're in the crucible because you guys got your team there in it. I haven't heard Super Bowl being mentioned other than where's the props and what do you like for 4 days.
Yeah, it's different. He's right. You're different when you live in the city that you're going to.
Yeah,
it's a totally different vibe and view.
Oh, listen, the most winning since 1995, the most winning season since 1995. Of course, the Patriots have 23 winning seasons. Packers, Steelers at 21, and then the Colts 19. And
Billy,
we're
spoiled.
What
do any of those stats have to do with anything that Dave just said?
No, we're spoiled.
Billy, listen, he wrote this stuff down.
saying
Billy
that-
does a lot of prep work for the
I know
show.
Josh-
Let him go, Josh, please. He's not even listening.
Josh
to the
can't
show.
figure it out, but I'm talking about all the most victorious.
Yeah,
cities.
we're very
I don't
successful
care-
franchise.
That's right. I don't care about like Dave's in Vegas and they said he hasn't talked about.
Yeah,
we are.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about
and
it.
it's
We're relevant.
it's the locker room.
It's the locker room.
Yeah, it's a lock. We're in the locker room. All right, everybody, relax. Calm down, Billy.
Exactly.
Right?
I want to know. I
This
want to
show-
know. I want to know your thoughts on the numbers here. Let's. What's the play?
I mean, Q. If I knew that, I would tell you. I honestly, for the side, I don't know. I really don't know. I've gone back and forth. I got the exacta, so I have the matchup. But I mean, there are 2 number 1 seeds. This was my insurance policy. For me, it was Bengals. If it was Bengals Eagles, I was going to take a trip to Hawaii. I say to the kids, when we make the big score, and I've been telling them this since they were little, when we make the big score, I'm taking you on a trip and we're going to swim with the Dolphins. And I don't mean the Miami Dolphins. I mean the Dolphins in Miami. We're going to go and swim with the Dolphins. And so that's the big, like, they're like, Daddy, when are we ever going to go swim with the Dolphins? You ain't never made it big. I said, calm down. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. So I mean, listen, it's a hard crowd. I'll see Ocean of Estrogen at my house.
That's a real hard
crowd.
It's a tough crowd. But I think the play in the game is the total.
Okay.
I like the total over. And
What do you
a
have?
lot
What do
of
you have,
people
Roy?
like it
What's it
under.
at now? What's the total right now?
Right now, the Super Bowl total, depending on where you shop, is 50.5.
Wow.
Okay.
50.5. That's a pretty solid number. There's a couple 50s left. If you see a 50, I'd bet it over because it's going up.
There's a couple
Now-
50s here in Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So shop around. But the line opened up and a lot of places open pick or KC a small favorite. And all the bag guys came in. I got this bag. So you guys understand when I say bag guys, this is a bag. All right.
That's
This
a
is one of
Louis.
them little
That's a
bags.
Louis.
People stuff that with cash.
Look at the
Yeah.
Louis.
People come up with nothing but money in it, open it
Yep.
up and say, I want this on the Super Bowl. This is when people get crazy. All right. You understand? I've had a guy come up to the counter, and I've told the story. There's a video on Twitter. I'll send it to you, Billy.
Okay.
$1 million. The guy said, we had it on the marquee. And he said, it was 6:30 in the morning. I had just opened the book. I was the only one there with one other woman. And the guy said, I want to bet the Super Bowl. He said, okay. How much do you want to bet? He said $1 million. And I giggled. I was like, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get $1 million.
No problem. When you get the money, just come back. We'll take the bet.
Yeah.
He bent down like this, Billy, disappeared.
Yeah.
Popped
Grabs
the
a big
bag
bag.
right on my counter and said, I got it right here.
Gosh.
And I was
Nice.
like, what? Opened up the bag and he had it. $1 million. 1.1 on the Green
Wow.
Bay to beat Pittsburgh in 2011.
Wow.
Yeah. 18 minutes later, after we took the bet, moved the line, gave the guy the ticket, another guy came in with a different bag and bet the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
I had $2.1 million in my drawer. It was a nightmare. I'll never forget it. Yeah.
My God.
So
We're talking with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBCakeAndSig. I do. You should too. He's got a lot of great stuff. Bostonian versus the book, cash considerations, and of course, baseball's heating up in a couple. That's another thing about going to the Super Bowl, man.
Oh.
Like as soon as the Super Bowl's over, next thing you know, it's pitchers and catchers.
Yep. Spring training.
I love it. I know.
Right?
Nobody's counting, Billy, but it's only 9 days until pitchers and catchers are.
9
I'm
days.
not counting. I don't know if you
Who's
are, but I am counting.
Well, you know what I
can't
am
wait.
counting. You know what I am counting.
Please.
The Eagles are the 5th NFL team
Oh.
to win both of their divisional and conference championship games by more than 21 points. We've been smoking the competition.
Billy, don't take anything from that NFC championship. Okay. No, seriously, nothing. There's nothing to take from that. It was an unfortunate situation for the Niners, and anyone else that had him in the bets. But listen, that's life. Things happen. Things
Football,
change.
right?
And you don't have a
That's
quarterback.
football.
right,
That's
Kim?
football.
That's
People get
football.
hurt. People get hurt.
Right.
That's football.
I remember
So-
the body bag game
Yeah.
against the
right.
Redskins. Against
Body
it was the then Redskins. Yeah, they had to play with who was Brian Mitchell.
Oh,
Brian
yeah,
Mitchell.
Yeah, Brian Mitchell.
Brian
yeah.
He had to
Mitchell
play
had to play
quarterback for the
Yep.
Washington Redskins.
Wow. See, Billy, you got
Wasn't
all
a
the
playoff
files are up there. You just don't remember
Don't kid
how
yourself.
they're organized.
They don't
Did you see
spend
how
Our trusty interns haven't given them numbers here. Pen and numbers here. The internship right here.
Well,
So, trust me.
yeah.
So wait a minute, you don't. So listen, Mahomes is hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is he?
he's
But
gonna
so
play.
is Hurts. Hurts
Well,
is hurt.
They're,
Josh,
Billy-
Everybody
by the
hurt.
way,
At this point, everybody's
Billy
hurt.
and I have been arguing, Dave, for weeks. Is Billy apparently is a part of this conspiracy theory
It's
of
not
people out there?
conspiracy, man.
Even though Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni both say
He
that
said he's
is
dealing with
still-
issues. That's all he said.
Yeah,
Josh.
because he
Don't
doesn't
read
want to
into
talk
it.
about it. If you pay attention to Hurts at all press conferences here, you know that when they ask him questions about anything, he doesn't want to answer it.
Guess what? The eye test will suggest to me that it looks like Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more hurt than Jalen
Well,
Hurts.
that changes
Just
the
the
whole.
eye
that
test,
cha-
just the eye
if
test.
he can't, if he's not mobile, that changes everything.
then
Changes a lot.
So that's a good point. So book. So
Yeah.
if Patrick Mahomes can't, he relies heavily on his ability to scramble, make
Yes.
plays, make things happen. If he doesn't
Yes.
have that mobility, he's a sitting duck for our
He
great
is-
defense.
He is a sitting duck. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But there's a couple things I think if you went and rewatched the games, I went and rewatched the NFC Championship, and it looked like Hurts missed a couple passes that he just normally just
no doubt.
easily takes. So a lot of smart guys I know are talking about playing his yardage under. They're talking about playing his completions number under, and the game will probably go under if that's the case.
Really?
I mean, the Eagles' defense is going to dictate how this game goes. There's no question about that. I found the prop. It's available. I can't remember which book. Haason Reddick to record a sack and the Eagles to win, plus 185.
Okay.
So you
I
turn.
like that. I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
that's why we have you on the show.
I
Book.
like that.
Uh-huh.
You're just not a pretty face, Book.
You're not he's not just another pretty face.
Yeah.
Unless you put the Joe Burrow glasses on, then I'm saying that you put that.
I got him right here. I'm not. I can't retire these things. Joe B brought them to light, but I got them right here. These are the
He's
dark
got 'em on
glasses.
now.
Another one, Billy, and I want you to keep an eye on. You may have a hard time finding it. You
I'm
may have
gonna
to
write
put
it
your own
down.
glasses
I'm writing
on.
this down. Look, I'm writing
Number
this down.
of players to throw a pass in the Super Bowl.
Over
Okay. 2.5. Because if Mahomes gets hurt for one play, maybe Henny comes in and throws a pass. If Hurts gets dinged up, or Hurts might throw it to somebody to throw a pass, over 2.5 is plus 160, or even as high as plus 180. Because, I mean, and you're betting the dog, Billy, which again, I know you like the favorites, and that's okay. You like the minus stuff, but just keep that one in mind. There's plus money all over the board. There's a lot of things. If I get any further stuff, I'll send you the plays. I'm going to be in Arizona all week.
Yeah, I was going to.
Okay,
My
do
next
that.
thing is when you head down to Radio Row. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be able to make it. But when are you heading down?
I got you a day pass, Billy. Any day you
All right.
come. So
All
if
right.
you-
Hey, I'll let you know. I might Book. I might let you know.
Yeah.
You guys got the number. Just
I know.
let me know.
All right.
It's no problem. We were gonna. I was gonna leave today, but I said I got to be in his locker room with Billy Schwein because if I don't,
you
if
got
I
to.
tell him I'm traveling, he's gonna yell at me, and I don't want Billy
Yeah,
yelling at me.
you don't want
because
that.
every week he yells at me, and his brother loves it when I yell at him back, and everyone else that listens to the show. So I got to give it back to him. But I think we're leaving. I'm leaving, Billy. I think tomorrow.
Okay.
Or for sure Monday. We're going to do shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on Bostonia versus the Book. I'm going to be on every show that I can. MLB even reached out and said, can you get down there and maybe give us a Super Bowl pick or something? So we'll come up with something, but we'll be
Okay.
there all week, and it's going to be perfect weather, which I'm excited about.
It's going to
Nice.
be. As always, Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan, we really appreciate seeing you each and every Saturday. You complete us.
Oh,
you can
Billy,
put a-
you had me at hello, Billy.
Yeah, love it. Love it.
All right, there he
Jerry
is.
Maguire.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go,
All right,
Eagles.
David,
All right,
thanks.
see you,
We'll
book.
talk
The
this week.
sports-
He's the
The
best.
Sportsbook Consigliere segment is sponsored by Dino Subs and Pizza of Margate, keeping you coming back for more since 64, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate. 609-822-6602 if you want to order a sandwich.
I love their
I was down
tunas.
there, by the way, I went down there last week.
Did you? Every time, they listen to the show.
Yeah.
Everyone listens to the show, and,
all right.
and they bust my chops about my picks all the time. All the time.
All right, the first hour of Locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday, February 12th, the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles square off in Super Bowl 57. Hi, this is Scott Graham. Join me and the rest of our Westwood One crew from Arizona for all the action. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are hoping to win a second title in 4 seasons for Kansas City. But the Philly faithful are hoping this one can be as special as their last Super Bowl 5 years ago. If it's Super Bowl 57, it's right here.
This is where you can listen to Super Bowl 57, 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everyone knows time is money, so don't wait weeks for the IRS to send out your tax refund. Go to Jackson Hewitt instead for up to $3,500 with a no-interest, no-fee tax refund advance loan. With up to $3,500, you could bring home the bacon and bring it home today. Money now instead of later? That's worth its weight in gold. Don't wait weeks for your refund. Go to Jackson Hewitt today. For eligible clients, loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company, details at jacksonhewitt.com.
And now, a poem for all you lovebirds out there. Getting down on getting down. Some cars are red, others are blue. Trade in your old car and drive something new.
Fall in love with your new Nissan at Matt Blatt Nissan with 0% financing for 36 months, 0 payments for 45 days, and 0 money down.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
So bring any trade because AJ, the trade man, wants to buy your vehicle today, regardless of the make, miles, or condition. AJ pays cash. Then treat yourself to a brand new Nissan Altima, Pathfinder, or Rogue, all with 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest. And only Matt Blatt Nissan has a 4-day love it or leave it return policy. MattBlattNissan.com. Rate qualifications exist with approved credit $27.78 per thousand. Finance on in-stock 2023 Rogues. Pathfinder Altima. Not all will qualify. Go to MattBlattNissan.com for complete details or call 844-917-4758. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes. VIN PC 739-900. Rogue S. MSRP 31,185. Sell price 31,774. Expires 3/3/23. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike. Egg Harbor Township.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live here at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, Josh Henning producing the show today. And, of course, the intern Andrew Leeds is in the house.
And he's saving your butt with all the numbers.
Oh, but
he's good. He's good.
You've seen him last week. He handed me all these notes. And by the way, Brian Mitchell was 3 for 6 for 40 yards when he played quarterback against the Eagles.
Okay.
That was when they had Seth Joyner. Remember that defense? What's that called?
The gangrene. Gangrene.
So
nasty.
The Monsters of the Midway with Chicago.
Yeah.
Purple People Eaters.
Yeah, the gangrene.
Right?
Yeah. Who else?
Fearsome Forcing, the Rams. Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, some great ones.
Right?
No one better than the Chicago
How about the
Bears.
no-name defense? Miami Dolphins. Nick
Buoniconti. He passed away.
Yeah. And that team, a lot of those guys are starting to pass away from that undefeated team.
Speaking of great defense, you guys going to watch the 30 for 30 this weekend about the Baltimore Ravens defense?
Ravens, yep.
Yeah, that defense.
Ray Lewis.
Tony Saragusa, may rest in peace.
Yep.
All right, hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2, at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk with former head coach of Haddon Heights High School football team, Coach Ralph Schiavo.
Okay. He coached Reddick, right?
He coached Reddick.
Yeah. Always fascinated to see what they were like in high school. These great It's always fun to get.
But he's a big guy. So we got all that and a lot more with Brad Quast.
Exciting.
Former 3-time All-Big Ten linebacker. We're here in the locker room Saturday morning till right now. 1 more hour to go. Right here. 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Here's what you missed on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Philadelphia is not in that situation. They tore it down and built it back up. They have not pushed all their egg to the basket that's going to hurt them. So I don't know where Jerry gets this idea that the Philadelphia Eagles, they empty the bucket, they're going to be around for the next 8 years before we have to think about them crashing and burning again.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Hey, big guy. Simple credibility approval.
Listen, big guy, try this. Give them more cash for their clunker.
That was my idea.
Why pay more when you can pay 0% with 0 down? So bring any trade to Matt Blatt Kia and drive home in a brand new Kia. Because if you have a job clearing $350 per week, Matt Blatt Kia wants to approve you. Even with 0 down and 0% APR financing for 36 months. Don't see your new Kia on the lot today? That doesn't mean you can't drive it home tomorrow with peace of mind. Matt Blatt Kia's exclusive 4-day love it or leave it return policy.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
Rate qualifications exist with approved credit. $27.78 per thousand financed on in-stock 2023 Sorrento Hybrid. Not all will qualify. Go to mattblattkianj.com for complete details or 888-505-6670. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes. Expires 3/3/23. Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township. And now on Route 37 and Toms River.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Life doesn't stop when the economy is uncertain. The market might not care you have a wedding to plan or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does, and is here to help. With digital tools to help you save and local experts in New Jersey, you can keep life moving forward the way you need it to. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/New Jersey. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's. Join us for the Philadelphia Eagles in the big game. Our all-you-can-eat package includes snow crab legs and all of our Chickies favorites. Guaranteed seating and immediate entry. Space is limited. Reserve now at chickiesandspete's.com/big game. Chickies and Pete's.
A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Hennig. Intern Andrew Leeds in the house, handing me great stuff.
Great stuff.
Right before we went to the top of the hour break, we were talking about some of the great names of defenses. The Fearsome Foursome, the Purple People Eaters.
Monsters of the Midway.
Monsters of the Midway. Gangrene.
Gangrene.
How about this one, the Steel Curtain?
The Steel Curtain.
Can you name those guys? Can you name the Steel Curtain?
Yeah. Lambert, Ham, Joe Green, Mel Blunt.
No, just the four guys.
It was
Joe
Green,
Ernie Holmes, L.C. Greenwood,
okay,
and
what was the other one? Ham.
No, he was a linebacker.
Yeah, I know.
Ham, L.C. Greenwood.
Was they put Lambert in there? But I mean, a linebacker.
Ernie Holmes.
I don't know.
Ernie Holmes.
But they were good.
They were good, right?
They were good.
How about
look this up.
Yeah, look that one up. The Orange Crush.
Orange Crush, Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos in the 70s.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Legion of Boom. The Seahawks.
Seahawks.
They had that was a good defense. They
that
had
was great
linebackers,
defense. Yeah.
Purple People Eaters.
Studwell.
You remember you know who that was, right?
Yeah,
that was
Minnesota. That was
Alan Page. Jim Marshall.
Yep. Was it Studwell? Studwell was on there, linebacker. Yeah.
You know these
the down lineman.
The down lineman. The White White was the one of the. There you go. He was the fourth guy. But those every defense. What would we call the Eagles? Because their defense is. You're talking about. We got the number 2 ranked defense in the NFL.
But I guess it's different now.
It's not a historic defense.
Yeah, it's not a historic. Yeah,
we can't give them a name.
No,
well, we can give them a name.
Have they give them?
First
of all, you give themselves. They give themselves a name first, and then they take posters and the whole.
So then
yeah. That's,
so wait, but the names were generated by the guys themselves.
Yeah, internally.
Well, Purple People Eaters was good because it wasn't any like.
It was someone internal within the group organization.
You know what we should do? We should open up the text.
Just caught legs.
We should open up the text board and see if some people can be creative.
That's a great idea.
How about that? 609-403-0973. What would be the name for the Eagles defense?
Well, have them text it in.
609-403-0973. Give us some names.
Yeah.
Something you can come up that's creative.
Like a Philly thing.
Like a Philly thing. Right.
Philly thing.
Like Jalen Hurts came up with that.
Yeah.
And now everybody's wearing sweatshirts.
Yeah, it's a Philly thing. Yeah,
that's 609-403-0973. What name would you give the Eagles defense? We've got the names like the Orange Crush, the Purple People Eaters, the Fearsome Foursome, Gangrene, Legion of Boom, the no name.
Listen,
defense.
I don't have a creative bone in my body.
How about the no name defense?
No name defense.
The 74, the Dolphins that went undefeated.
Yep.
Nick Bonacani.
I don't know. Let's have some
Steel Curtain. Steel
Curtain was awesome.
That defense was ferocious.
I think there's 4 or 5 guys in the Hall of Fame on that.
But look at we just said 75 sacks the Eagles have, or the 70 in the regular.
They're really dominating.
Call them Sackadelphia.
Sackadelphia, Josh. I like it. Sackadelphia.
That's pretty good. That's
Josh,
pretty good.
did you hear that before? You just come up with that.
I just
no way.
Look at the grin on
We
his
just
face.
coined it right here in the locker room.
Sackadelphia.
Sackadelphia. Are you kidding me?
I'm sure someone has thought of it before, though.
I don't know.
Well, Saxonville. Saxonville for Jacksonville, right? Saxonville.
You know, yeah.
That was a while ago. That was
Josh.
That was when John Henderson and Marcus Stroud were down there.
Josh, stand up and take a bow.
Yeah, something maybe, with South Philly, the Mummers, the cheesesteak, something related.
I don't know if anybody's going to be what Josh just said.
Sackadelphia.
609-403-0973.
Come on,
come up with a name.
Text your name in
for the make sure you put your name with it so we know give you credit. 609-403-0973.
Sackadelphia. All right,
like I said, I'm sure someone has.
I'm running out and going to get T-shirts made right now.
I know,
I'm
Josh.
getting T-shirts right now.
Josh, you better get a trademark on that.
Sackadelphia.
Sackadelphia.
Listen, you get the trademark. Just give me a percentage. Okay?
609.
You know a guy who makes T-shirts anyway.
Yeah, I know. 609-403-0973. Give us a name for the Eagles defense. Like we've been going over some of the great names, but I don't know, man. That's
crazy.
We got to get a trademark on before we get ripped off. Sackadelphia, and have like Haason Reddick and Fletcher Cox picture, like all coming out of a sack. Right?
Yeah, that's great. And all you need is one guy to stand in front of the camera and have that on, and it goes viral.
Sackadelphia, 609-403-0973. All right, let's turn our attention to Tom Brady.
Wow.
So he retired now. He said it's for good. Second time. I think it's time. And I think there's so many teams that were like kicking his name around in hopes that he'd like show up. But Shanahan said they asked him. By the way, did you see the press conference with Shanahan and the GM
John Lynch?
Yeah, I did.
And they asked him about a scenario with Garoppolo coming back, and he goes, I don't see that scenario happening at all.
Well, no, because remember, they didn't want him back.
I thought that was pretty matter of fact.
Well, they didn't want him back this year. Not because he's a bad player or anything, but because the organization has invested a lot of draft capital into the younger players.
Yep.
And they want to move on. And for them, they just don't see their long-term future with him. Brad, you know how it is. When an organization says, hey, we are moving on to somebody else. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They need the culture in the locker room to change. The leadership changes. It's just a different direction, which is fine.
But if Tom Brady went to Miami, he'd improve that team right away.
Yeah,
I mean, if
absolutely.
Tom Brady went to the Raiders,
he doesn't want to play anymore.
But he's done.
He's done. And I kind of like it.
He's been in 10 Super Bowls.
Oh, it's amazing.
Think about this.
His playoff, not only did he play a long time regular season, he had up all his games in the playoffs that he did.
The whole career.
It's like another 3 years. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, 7 rings.
It's amazing.
It's
amazing.
So, but the quarterbacks that I've seen it because I'm a little older. I mean, starting with Joe Namath, I remember. But John Elway, Brett Favre, there's so many I've seen. Joe Montana, Dan Marino, the list goes on and on. But Tom Brady has the best statistics, the best resume.
Yeah,
Is he the greatest? Is he the greatest?
Of course he is.
But he also played the longest.
The great.
You can if you're good and you have good health and you play until you're 45 years old. If you don't own all the records, what's wrong with
but what he did in the playoffs, his success there, and under the circumstance, because he didn't play with a lot of talent around him. He really
yes and no. I mean, those first 3 Super Bowls, that was the Patriots defense that got them a lot of those.
He's the best.
He's the quarterback. He still was the quarterback of these teams, and it's the quarterback gets all the glory when they win and gets all the blame when they lose.
Yeah. You know what I like about him this year is that he knew he was going to retire after this year. That he didn't announce because he didn't want the big fuss. Right. Go around with the get the the rocking chair.
I don't have any hate. Do you have any hate for there's people that hate?
I
Tom.
love because
I love him. I think it's great that I got a privilege. I was fortunate. We are all fortunate enough to see his whole career.
Yeah, and I was fortunate enough to meet him personally.
Right.
And he's a nice guy.
Everyone who's ever
he gets
played
it, man. He's a nice
known
guy.
Tom Brady knows that he's a down to earth guy because Tom Brady never let go of the fact he was a 6th round pick.
Yeah,
he always
that
held
motivated
on to that.
him, right?
Well, not just that, but Brad, you remember when he was in college?
Yeah.
He was the 6th string guy in Michigan at one point.
That's right.
They
He
had to
just
fight
knows what
Drew
it takes.
Henson.
He treats everybody like he's just a nice guy. You know, he's just a good. He's
an
a
average
good
guy.
teammate. Yeah, he's an average
with all
guy.
his accolades and glory, he hasn't. His personality hasn't changed.
And that's why he's unique. That's why he's unique.
But I think that's also why he retired, because I think that the divorce that happened,
Yes.
I think it took a toll on him emotionally.
And
I think
Pat Holmes is like that. Patrick, he's a good guy.
regular.
I feel like
Yeah.
Tom, when you watch that video of him saying goodbye, you could see it was like I'm dealing with personal stuff. Like I'm burnt out. Like I felt like the season, how rough it was, the divorce. There were so many things that just pulled on him.
He used football to escape from all that. That was his happy place.
But then football wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah, so he did that. Now he's back in, but he's got a lot on his plate, and he's the best ever.
I also Joe Montana was
he was a nice guy too.
He was a great quarterback.
He was a nice
and
guy.
he won. Like Joe Montana was the first great.
Joe's not doing Joe's a good guy,
right?
Joe's a good man.
But
He's
but Brady. I mean, I don't have any hate for Brady.
No,
I have nothing but admiration.
Well, how do you hate it? You hate him because you're jealous.
Well, because people are like,
well, he's good looking. He's a nice guy.
Right.
He wins
He's
championships. He's got a gorgeous wife,
right.
a beautiful family. Okay, you hate the guys. Hate him.
I don't
Girls love him, and the
you
guys
don't hate him. I don't
hate him. Well, you know,
Josh, you don't hate him, do you?
No, but that's because when you get back to what we said in the first hour about Julian Love and Jerry Jones, when people are resentful of other people's success, they can't be happy with themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And so as a result, they look at other people and says, I want that. Why can't they be me? Instead of saying, hey, I'm glad that you got yours, because that you got yours, it means I'll get mine too someday.
So Tom Brady made the Super Bowl in 47% of the seasons he played.
That's
so
pretty good.
Almost half of his career.
It's
He
unbelievable.
was in the Super Bowl.
People play their whole career and not even go make the playoffs or go to the Super Bowl. It's it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I feel privileged that being able to watch all his games. And my favorite game with him was against the Raiders in the snow.
Yeah, yep.
I'll never forget that game.
The tuck.
Yeah.
So we're I'm 54. So
Plus,
Jordan, Gretzky,
right? Well, and
Brady.
I had dinner with Wayne Gretzky 2 times, and you said he's just you said Tom Brady's just like a normal guy, and that's what Wayne Gretzky. For such a huge superstar personality, when I met him, I was intimidated.
Yeah,
I never felt so.
I know, but he's a Canadian. He's a humble.
But he was.
He's a nice guy. You're
a
right.
humble, regular.
You're right.
I told you the story. I flew out to L.A. Taka was when he was playing with the Kings.
Yeah.
I flew out to L.A. and I had I rented a Chevette or whatever.
Yeah.
And I stayed at Tak's house. He was living on Mulholland Drive, and the next day he said, "Schweiner, get up. You're taking me to the bus." They were playing Anaheim. They got to go get a bus to go to Anaheim. So I go, all right, well, give me your keys. He's got a brand new Mercedes, whatever. And I go, oh, give me your keys. He goes, no, take your car. I go, what?
Yeah.
Take my car?
Yeah.
Right? I get in the car. I'm like, Tuck, why are you making me take my car? Take your car. He goes, take your car. So instead of going on the 405 freeway, he goes, make a left. We went to Gretzky's house.
To pick him up.
In my Chevette.
That's great. That's great.
And Gretzky got in the back seat.
Yeah. See, that's great.
I'm like, if I had a camera watching this, I mean, it got to the point where I was driving down the 405 freeway, and the first thing I thought about in my mind was getting into a crash.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Can you imagine? I'd be all over.
Wayne Gretzky dead in California.
No, I don't want anybody to die, but Wayne Gretzky and Rick Tocchet, the driver of the car was Bill Schwein.
But see, that's refreshing. That's refreshing when your idols and really superstars of their particular sport are good, humble people, like good people.
Right.
That's nice because I'll tell you what, that's rare.
Let me finish. I know we're up against the break, but when you were a kid and you were in the back seat and you were the car was like bucket seats because this car was, and you would have your hands on each seat and your head would be up so you can hear what the guys in the front were talking about.
Yeah.
That's what Gretzky did in my car.
It's fun, right?
To me,
that's great.
It was just, and that's why what you say translates. That's why he remains like a kid.
Yeah,
he's so great playing a kid's game.
Yep.
All right. That's amazing.
Good story. I like it.
The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club. Hey, listen, pitchers and catchers in 9 days, and pretty soon the weather is actually going to get really nice at the end of the week. Believe it or not, it's going to be in the 50s. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour, 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. And I want to remind people that, Great Bay Country Club, they do weddings extremely well. They've got a great award-winning culinary and banquet staff. They customize your menus. They seat up to 275 people. So book a 2023 wedding right now. Go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us. He's a great guy. Folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari's Seafood Bar and Grill. Located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over the Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar. It's got 18 big screen TVs in there. Daily specials, open every day at 11 a.m. Celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night. $1 wing, $2.50 domestic drafts. They have live music every Friday night. Book a private party. Give them a call at 609-628-2225. When you get down there, tell Dave Lavari I said hi. Tell him the locker room sent you. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Henning, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday, February 12th, the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles square off in Super Bowl 57. Hi, this is Scott Graham. Join me and the rest of our Westwood One crew from Arizona for all the action. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are hoping to win a second title in 4 seasons for Kansas City. But the Philly faithful are hoping this one can be as special as their last Super Bowl 5 years ago. If it's Super Bowl 57, it's right here.
This is where you can listen to Super Bowl 57, 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every small business owner knows business can happen anytime, anywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Get started with internet for just $49 a month. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. And ask how to get up to $1,000 in prepaid cards.
Flight 291 is now.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 50 megabits per second internet. Customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here in the locker room, broadcasting live for the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. My brother Bobby just texted in the New York Sack Exchange.
Yes.
Mark
My old New York Jets. Yep.
Marty Lyons.
Klecko.
Yep. And I forget who the fourth. I can't. What's that? Abdul Salam. Abdul Salam. Yeah, I remember him. But that's it. So 609-403-0973 is the text where we're asking people to send in a text message saying, like, to name the Eagles defense, because we came up with all this Steel Curtain, the no-name defense, the Monsters of the Midway, the Purple People Eaters, and so on. What's the Eagles? Because they had more sacks.
I know,
right, than any team this year.
But as a team collectively, I mean, no one really,
it's not a no-name. You got Darius Slay's a Pro Bowler.
I mean, you got a lot of Pro Bowlers,
right?
Good. Well, let's come up with that. Hopefully
609-403-0973. Josh, what do you got?
What do you got?
So here are the submissions throughout to Sackadelphia.
All right, here we go.
Joe Whalen chimes in. He says the Bird's Barrier.
The Bird's Barrier. Let me write it down.
I'll give him a C.
Because it's a barrier to the goal line.
Okay.
All right. What else you got?
Bird's
Barrier.
Dana, the Pats fan, says the Screaming Eagles.
Well, that was a battalion in World War II.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah,
wasn't that the Screaming?
Yeah, I think it was. Okay, next one.
Okay. I know Dane is out. I know.
Yeah,
Dane.
Okay, nice try, Dana.
Crazy Patriots fan.
Anonymous texter says Eagles Talons.
The talons on this claws, I guess.
Yeah,
the Eagles talons.
They must be wicked smart.
With the talent. But I love it. 609-403-0973. We need a name for the defense.
What do you got?
I got the Mean Green Sack Machine from Big L in Atlantic City.
The Mean Green Sack Machine.
Mean Green Machine. I think of the longest yard in Burt Reynolds.
Yeah,
the Mean Green Machine.
The Mean Green Sack. I like that.
I kind of like
the
that.
Mean Green Sack Machine.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I do like that.
609-403-0973. Give us another one.
Paul from Ocean City has got another one. He says Gannon's Gunners.
All right, little coach.
But you can't. It's got to be more the team, not the coach.
Got to be more of a team.
As a city or.
All right, but I like the creativity there. I like that thinking. People are thinking.
Yep.
609-403-0973. We got to name our defense.
Yep, we got
609-403-0973. Send us a text message. Put your name so we give you credit. 609-403-0973. Give us a name for the Eagles defense. My favorite team growing up, believe it or not, in the AFL. Remember, when I was growing up, it was the AFL, NFL.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
really?
Then they merged in 69, right?
Yeah.
So, but my AFC team or AFL team when I was growing up was the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
All right. I liked Len Dawson, Ed Podolak,
Bobby Bell,
Curly Culp.
Yeah, Bobby Bell's.
Jimmy
Hank
Lynch,
Stram.
Hank Stram.
We got to matriculate the ball down the field, boys.
So that's what. So
my brother was the Baltimore Colts. He liked Mike Curtis.
Okay.
And they had a stacked defense.
But they moved.
They moved.
Yeah. So I growing up, obviously in Chicago, I was a Bears fan.
Did you used to go to those games, Kim?
Yeah, Soldiers Field,
cold
Rotunda.
Too, right?
Yeah, that's Green Bay. No, off the lake.
Green Bay.
Off the lake. But I like.
So you were there physically, just not mentally.
Yeah, but I was growing up a Bears fan, but I always liked the Niners and Cowboys.
Did you? You like the Cowboys?
Yeah, because
get out.
Yeah, I know, but I'm in Chicago though.
Get out.
That's not a violation.
No, you have to have an NFC team and an AFC team.
AFC team would have been the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't hate the Dolphins. I didn't hate the Dolphins. Matter of fact, I like Shula. I like Larry.
My dad played for Shula.
Did he really?
With the Colts.
Jim Kick died a little while back. Jim Kick and Larry Zonka.
Yeah.
They had Mercury Morris on that team.
Yeah.
Thank you for the trees. Thank you for the forest, but thank heaven for Mercury Morris. All right, so let's a little nostalgia.
Okay.
Because sometimes
as long as you don't cry, don't cry.
The show can take a twist and a turn.
Does.
Billy loves nostalgia.
At the bottom of the hour, I can't wait to talk to Coach Schiavo.
Oh,
because Haason Reddick
some Kleenex. He's gonna start crying. I can see it already. The tears in his eyes.
Who's your favorite player? Who's one NFL player that you really liked when you were a kid growing up? I guess.
Well,
like who'd you admire?
Okay, so
who'd you want to be like?
So, Mike Singletary.
Mike Singletary.
Because I
well,
played
you were
linebacker.
by the way,
I'm a
you just
linebacker.
said during the break, and now that you said that, I look at it. You do look like Dan Hampton.
Yeah. I know.
He was a great player.
For
that team.
He's a Whole thing. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, and he's
Dan Hampton.
He's a good man. Yeah,
defensive. He was an
tackle. Arkansas, All-American from Arkansas, and first rounder with the Bears. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
So who was your idol? Like, who did you love and respect?
Well, two players, Walter Payton. Walter Payton.
So you guys were all the Bears.
Yeah, Bears, and it got a chance to.
How about you,
to
Josh?
meet both of them. You know.
So for me, the number one always has been and always will be Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins. Okay, and that's such a solid pick.
Because to me, Dawkins represented the way I felt football should be played, with aggression and intensity and passion and just,
definitely intensity
and genuine. You know, there was always something genuine about Dawkins as a player and a human being.
Okay.
That you mentioned admiring, that you respected. Now, you asked me for an offensive player. If I had to give you a guy on the offensive side of the ball, very easy. Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think so,
you know what?
too.
And a great person. Really a nice, soft-spoken. Yeah, he's a good man.
I always used to tell people, but people don't understand Barry Sanders. I explain. Barry's the only guy I've ever seen run 20 yards backwards and then run 60 yards forward for a touchdown. No one ever got away with that.
He could have played another 3-4 more years.
Give the intern the mic real quick, Lino. Who do you? Because you're a lot younger than us. So who do you look up to and admire? Who do you like?
So yeah, growing up, I would say it was actually Brett Favre.
Brett
was
Favre
always my personal favorite. I know nowadays it's a little tricky with everything he's got going on. However,
no, that's all right. That's
with all
fine.
his legal stuff, but yeah, the main reason I always enjoyed watching him play is because he was just so much fun.
Yeah, he had some energy.
Yeah, because I know he leads the NFL all time in interceptions thrown, but just the fact that it felt like I remember seeing something I think on NFL films before, where it was like if you were ranking all of the quarterbacks in terms of like how they would be in a backyard football game, Brett Favre would be the greatest quarterback of all time.
All right, so for me, it's two quarterbacks. Two quarterbacks for me.
Who?
Joe Montana and Joe Namath.
Okay, there you go.
They were my two guys that I
Joe and Joe.
And two really good people.
Right?
Two good people. And Brett Favre's a good guy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look, I mean, Tom Brady is the GOAT. I get it and everything, but I never looked at Tom Brady like I look at Joe Montana and
I agree.
Joe Namath. Joe Namath was
listen.
I love him.
I get it. You see him once a year, and he's a good
Love
man.
him.
He's
Love
great.
him.
He's a rock star.
Yeah,
he's a rock star.
He was the first celebrity athlete.
Absolutely. In
Really?
New York. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, in 1969,
Yeah,
I mean, the guy was
He's the man. He's still the man.
right. He's still the man.
Joe Namath is the reason football players make all the money they do today and endorsements.
Yep.
Because Joe Namath was the first football player. Like in the past, it was baseball players who get all the endorsements.
You're right. You're right about
But
that.
Namath was the first guy on TV and radio commercials everywhere.
Especially coming with the AFC NFC merger.
How do you think Joe Namath would do in today's game? Like
he'd be larger than life.
So
I think he would be. I think Josh has nailed it. Right. He would be larger than life.
Oh my gosh, he would.
Because not only listen, modern medicine would have kept him in the game.
Yeah.
And he would remember he had his knees were so bad.
Yeah, he couldn't. It was strictly drop back, 4-step drop back. He couldn't run.
You know, Josh, when we had Joe Namath on, I literally, my brother Bobby and I were like we were so caught up.
They were flummoxed.
I would say I was literally, you know me, I'm a crier. I was like literally my eyes were welled up through the whole interview, and he was so gracious with me.
He was.
Josh, remember he was calling, "Hey Billy, hey Bobby."
Yeah,
he was like he knew us.
He does.
And you know what I found out?
But that gives him. That's why he's Joe.
Exactly.
That's why he's Joe.
That's why he's Joe.
That's why he's Joe.
But
He's
know
cool.
You know what? Joe cool.
He's Joe cool.
But Q, you know what I found out afterwards when I talked to Charlie, who set us up. He said Joe Namath will research the person that he's on with. Like he'll get to know that person better than they know him.
Yeah, he that's exactly right. That's why he gets it. Like when we go to the Jets reunion and before the game and stuff, and he really he makes you feel that you're the only one he's talking to, and that goes a long way with his celebrity status.
Yeah, so
he's great.
All right, I'm telling you what, man. It's Super Bowl week. I like the hype. Josh likes to go right to the game, not me. I like the week off, the break.
No, yeah, you gotta
hype it up, baby.
Gotta hype it up.
Hype it up.
Gives us something to talk about.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk with the former head coach at Haddon Heights High School. Coach Ralph Schiavo, who coached Haason Reddick at Haddon Heights. So we're going to talk to him. Want to remind people the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. They're now accepting social memberships are now available at $25 a month. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations. Invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Coach Schiavo. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Embiid driving. Oh, man, they forgot to guard Joel Embiid. Hey, he's good. He dunked it.
It's Sixers Knicks tomorrow. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Nature Valley's helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more, because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a huge after party. Join us in huge heated tents where they'll have great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the award ceremony. The party is not just for runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 18th at JFK and the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon.
Any day you can do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Brad Quast. Now, Brad, I'm a substitute teacher at Audubon High School, and I met Haason Reddick. I worked with Haason Reddick's former coach at Haddon Heights.
Okay.
So I thought to myself,
that's a great kid.
human interest story.
Yeah, great.
Find out what kind of kid he was. We know what kind of player was. I mean, after Haason Reddick's 2-sack performance against the 49ers, he now has the third most sacks of any NFL, anyone in the NFL over the last 3 seasons. He got 43, including playoffs. That's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
He's
Great
unbelievable.
player.
All right, let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the former football coach at Haddon Heights, who he coached Haason Reddick, Coach Ralph Schiavo. Good morning, Coach.
What's up, Billy?
Good morning, Coach.
We're just getting ready.
How are you?
We're doing great. We're just like, Coach, I like this week, the break week. You know what I mean? It gets everybody a chance to get all the Super Bowl hype going.
Oh, there's plenty of hype going around South Jersey. That's for sure.
and of course, you're right in the middle of it. I know you told me the other day. So I work with you every once in a while as a substitute at the Mansion School there in Audubon, and Channel 10 came to interview you.
Yeah.
They did, yes. Cindy Long.
Yeah, right.
From a buddy of mine who's a producer said, "Listen, this woman's going to give you a call. She wants to talk about Haason." I was like, "All right, here we go. Let it begin."
Yeah, it started happening. Look, South Jersey's been represented real well over the years. I mean, the Hicks boys, Dwight Hicks in 40, he played for the 49ers.
Yeah.
John Taylor, Kevin Ross,
Bunch of balls broke. Isaac
Redmond played in the Super Bowl, and now we have a local kid, Haason Reddick, and Coach Schiavo. You coached him from 2011 to 2013, I guess it was.
Well, my first year there was his senior year.
Oh, his senior,
and that was
1 year, right?
That was 2011.
What kind of kid was he? I mean, was he a loud kid? Was he quiet? Was he, he was a great kid. First of all, I mean, he was a hard worker. He was a leader, but he wasn't very vocal. He was kind of a lead by example kind of kid. It's just kind of unfortunate that his season got cut short the way it did. So he's a unique situation. Haason Reddick, he suffered 2 injuries, right? One his junior year, one his senior year.
Yeah, he missed his whole junior year, according to the guys who were before me, the staff before me. He had a fractured growth plate. I don't know if it was his hip or his leg, somewhere his lower body.
But so that makes sense. That makes sense why he went to Temple.
Well, he walked on at Temple.
Yeah, exactly. So he wasn't heavily recruited coming out of high school, Coach, right?
No, when you have nothing really,
no tape.
You have nothing to put on tape.
Yep.
Who's gonna? Coaches come in, and I would say, "Hey, what about this kid?" And I said, "Put on his tape." We'd show 1 or 2 games that he played in, and they were like, "Wow, well, what's his story?" Well, he's got a torn meniscus right now, and that was, that's how it goes.
Coach Schiavo, so we were talking about this early, Brad and I were talking about, and I really, we should take our hats off to all the high school coaches that you not only you're building young men, you're building these young guys into men. I mean, a lot of times you spend more time during football season with them than they do with their parents.
Yeah, that's true, and we spend more time with them than we do with our own kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go.
So the time that's put in by high school coaches.
It's amazing.
People don't really understand how much time really goes into putting a season together. It's it's pretty out of control, but it's great in the same breath.
But like Billy said, though, you're molding these young men, and you can make a difference in life. That's why I enjoy coaching, and you see these kids grow from freshman to senior, and they always come back, no matter if they're 30, 40 years old. Hey, coach, everyone remembers their high school football coach.
Right.
Everybody does.
Right.
Yeah, it's 100%. I mean, it's all about, at our level, it's about the relationships, and there's nothing better when when you see a guy you haven't seen in 5, 6, 10 years come back, say, Coach,
Yep.
you remember?
That's
You remember
special.
that game,
Yep.
3rd down and 6, something like that. You know, it's great. You know, so many great relationships with a lot of players. You know, this is next season will be my 32nd year coaching high school.
Wow.
Hey, well, Coach, I met you through
a lot of kids.
Coach. I met you through Boo Boo, Paul Palmer. Yeah. Paul's a good friend of mine. So yeah.
Good guy.
Yep.
We're talking with former
the voice of Temple.
The
Another
voice of
Temple
Temple.
guy,
I've had Paul on the show a couple times. Paul's a great guy.
I hit Paul up in CVK because he was Kansas City.
Yeah, that's right.
And Kansas City was giving 2 tickets to each of their alum. And I said, Paul, you got the 2 tickets?
Is he going?
No, he's not going.
No, he's not going to go. We're talking with former head coach of the Haddon Heights football team, Coach Ralph Schiavo. Coach, you just said you're in your 30s. You're going to be in your 32nd year coaching. Are there kids that you say this kid has a good shot at being a pro, or this kid he's a really good student athlete that we have great expectations, or are there some guys that you thought would never make it and they did?
Yeah, well, we're not in the business of crushing dreams, so
you're right. Parents are crazy though. You know,
there's kids like when I was at Audubon, our quarterback was Joe Flacco. You know.
Oh, so you coached with Mark Deal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mark left.
Yep.
Mark left, and I became the head coach.
So you see the common denominator. You see the common denominator with Coach Schiavo. He coaches all these guys that go pro.
Yeah. Right.
Flacco and now Haason Reddick.
Yes. Yeah, but you just don't know. Joe had the arm strength, but we just didn't. Who knows what's going to happen.
Well, and Joe Flacco, Coach, Joe Flacco was real introverted and quiet. I mean, I know because I've spoken to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I mean, you probably never thought he was going to.
He had not changed a bit.
He hasn't. He really hasn't.
He has not changed. I had him. He came to, our school at Audubon's a senior high school. So the moment he stepped in the building in 7th grade till the last time I've seen him, a couple months ago, he's Joe. He's quiet Joe.
Of course, I played against his father, Steve. He played at Haddon Township, and we played. I played at Collingswood. I think it's pretty cool, the Colonial Conference. I mean, we've had now got some guys that are, making a name for themselves in professional football. That's pretty good. But in all South Jersey,
South Jersey's got some good football.
South Jersey's a hotbed of football town now, Coach.
Yep.
Absolutely. You had a couple kids from Paulsboro, Gerald Hodges, Julian Davenport. We played with Haason played against Anthony Everett from Woodbury.
Yeah, Everett. I've seen.
How about Glassboro? Glassboro's got a bunch. Glassboro's got a bunch of guys.
Right. Corey Clement.
Corey was great.
Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, he's with New Orleans.
Yeah.
No, they're Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson, I knew when I was a baseball coach at Glassboro with Coach Brown. I would see Juwan Johnson on the track field, so I never got a chance to talk to him. I didn't think, he
was a specimen.
Yeah, but I mean, he was a big kid, but I mean, he's a lot bigger now. He's playing tight end. He was a wide receiver for Penn State when he went to Penn State. Correct.
And I'll tell you, if Haason doesn't get hurt that senior year, because we ended up meeting Glassboro in the South Jersey semifinals, we would have had a much better chance. I mean, we played a great game as it is without him, but I think with him, who knows?
And of course, Isaac, Pacheco? He's on the Chiefs. He's from Vineland.
Yeah. Yep.
So we got some people in there. Coach, what's the difference between coaching? Like, you've been in the coaching ranks now for 32 years. What's the difference between the athlete back then when you first started and today?
Well, kids are kids. I mean, they haven't changed too much. I think, they see what they see on TV. They see what they see on college game. The professional game, they're a little more driven, I would say, because there's more. I don't know if the opportunities have changed, but
the price of college went up, so that's what happened.
Correct. And now with the last few years of this NIL stuff, it's out there. So if a kid's good enough,
Do you have any blue chip? Do you have any juniors or seniors that are blue chip kids that are getting heavily recruited?
He's at Haddonfield now.
I mean, Haddon Heights.
No, not too much at Haddonfield. Not Haddonfield.
Okay.
Haddonfield's got a good program.
Yeah, great program.
They have a great program.
Great program.
Absolutely.
Got a great program.
100%. They got 6 state championships in the last 11 years.
The Foley
they do pretty good. That's right.
Coach Schiavo, what can you tell us about Haason Reddick that people don't see on the TV?
Well, I really am not in too much contact with him.
Sure.
I talk to his dad. More than I talk to him. Yeah, Ray's a good guy, and he keeps me up to date on everything that's everything that's going on. And so I usually text with him. I see Haason make a sack like he did last week. I text him right away. Yeah, oh man, what's good? That's awesome. But he's always been a humble kid.
Was he very coachable?
Oh yeah, very coachable kid. He wanted to learn. He was kind of a sponge. Like I said, we were a new staff his senior year, so one of the I don't want to say problems, but one of the issues you're running into is getting those guys to buy into your system right off the bat, and those guys did, led by Haason and some other senior that were like, they were hungry. They wanted to win.
Well, and that's just like we were talking about earlier in the program about Coach Nick Sirianni. I mean, Julian Love comes out and says that the band director could lead the Eagles to the Super Bowl. As a coach, it's more in depth than that.
Hey, Coach. Coach, I got a question for you. Were you a football high school coach that wanted him to play multiple sports, your athletes, or did you play football and live in the weight room?
No, 100%. I mean, the schools that I've been where the schools are so small that you have to athlete share.
Okay.
Your kids got to play other sports.
Gotcha.
I mean, especially at a small school. But even if it's not a small school, I would rather see us play multiple sports. And I think college coaches feel the same way. They want to come see you play basketball. They want to see you. They love wrestlers.
Yep. Well, look at our own Ken Dunnick. I mean, he was a great basketball player, but he didn't start playing football till his, I think, senior year in college.
Yeah, so I played football, ran track, and played basketball.
Yeah, Coach. Wow. How much personal satisfaction? I mean, like you just told you had Flacco, you have Reddick. How cool is it to see these kids grow up and be successful in the NFL?
Yeah, it's really something. I mean, it's you're really happy for the kids and for the family. It's really not about us as a staff or me individually, but you're proud. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're just, wow. You're looking on TV and you're like, wow.
Yeah, I had that kid, right?
Joe won the Super Bowl and he was the MVP. You're like, holy smokes, that was our quarterback, right. 5 or 6 years ago. And if Haason Reddick has 3 sacks and a strip sack, he's got a chance to be the MVP if they win.
Von Miller-esque.
Yeah.
Von Miller-esque, man.
Coach, I got a question. All the parents in South Jersey, I guess everywhere, all the parents think their kids are getting D1 scholarships and playing on ESPN and stuff. And I coach and been around football a long time. Explain, like, when you see a kid that has it, you can just tell.
Right.
He's just different from anybody.
Right.
He should dominate. Like, explain the kids that when you saw that had some success at a D1 level, like you didn't have to. You just knew that they were type of athlete.
Those kids are built differently. Yep. They're self-motivated.
Yeah.
They don't have to be told. They have to be told something once, and then they fix it or they keep working on that one thing. But you try to tell these kids today, if you got a chance to go play Division III football, you jump at that chance. I mean, the percentage of kids that are coming out of high school going to play football at any level is so small. Just go play.
It's point one. It's not a lot,
No, it's not.
But like
small
Coach,
percentage.
Coach said, go and play D3 and have fun,
Right,
and
right.
get your education.
Yeah.
Get your education.
Well,
Absolutely.
Coach, I wanted to get you on because, Brad and I were talking about how important it is high school coaches are, and even obviously the next level. But we feel like you have a little hand in Haason's success, and we wanted to get you on the show.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I can't hardly really take credit. I mean, but his story is something. There's a kid who played really 2.5 games of high school football and is playing in the Super Bowl next week. It's
awesome.
It's unbelievable.
All right, Coach Schiavo, as always, man, we thank you so much.
Thanks,
we
Coach.
really appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you next week at work.
Yep. Thanks for having me on. Talk to you guys. I'll see you soon, Bill, I hope.
Yep. All right, Coach. We'll see you later. Thanks a lot. There he is, Coach Ralph Schiavo on the Maserati of the Mainline Sports Hotline. Q.
Yep.
You don't get more intrinsic value out of seeing somebody grow and be successful when you coach them.
It's cool.
It's unbelievable.
I was coaching.
I would take my hat off to him because he
does a nice job.
He molds all these young men, young guys
job.
into men.
Absolutely, and that's at the age that they're at. It's awesome. It's so rewarding.
All right. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you're greeted by name. It's home with a 3-hour and 58-minute round. Now, when the weather improves, you're going to get out there. They got that new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. They got a great new sound system, so we can't wait for the course to be open up. And it's open, but can't wait for the weather to break, and we're out on that course all the time. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071, Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, don't forget, Super Bowl Sunday, get down to Blitz's Market in Ocean City at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com on Eagles game day, which will be the Super Bowl. You get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the locker room. Get down there, say hello to Dave Newman and Joan. They're big Eagles fans. I want to remind people that just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine. That's run by ex-Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. For you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. In-state foes collide as the #1 Purdue Boilermakers hit the road to take on the 21st-ranked Indiana Hoosiers as Zach Edey and top-ranked Purdue battle it out for state bragging rights against Trace Jackson Davis and number 21 Indiana. If it's NCAA basketball, it's right here.
The college basketball season continues only on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4 p.m.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're #1.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
338.
Are you ready for some football? Make sure you reach for easy enjoyment and stock up on Bud Light for this weekend's big games. And visit BudLight.com/NFL for a chance to win awesome NFL prizes. Must be 21 or older to enter and can enter multiple times. Football starts with Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver," unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
We are the tippy top, we're top insurance. We are the tippy top, we're top insurance.
How much would you pay to make this jingle go away? How about nothing? In fact, you could save money on a better insurance experience without gimmicks. Upgrade to NJM and you could save up to $702 a year on auto insurance. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Get a quote at NJM.com. Figure reflects average annual auto insurance premium savings on a national basis for applicants who reported their prior premiums and switched to NJM between 5/31/21 and 5/31/22.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back here to Tom's River Volkswagen Studio, Northfield, Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. All right, we've been looking for names for the Eagles defense. Well, the one we like so far
What do we got?
What was the one we liked?
Oh, mine?
No, the last one you read. Oh, shoot, I didn't write it down. What was it?
Green means sack machine.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
What do we got? What else we have?
Dwan in Vineland. Might be Dawn. The person might have done one of those swipe text things.
Okay.
But it says the Green Gauntlet.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
good. The Green Gauntlet. I like all these, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
good.
Anonymous texter says Greenheads.
Greenheads.
The Greenheads. Because there's a lot of greenheads down here.
What do we Brigantine. Brigantine's got greenheads.
Bill from South Jersey says the green crushing rush. Sorry, I got distracted.
The green
No,
crushing rush.
Bill.
Yeah.
If you're good, not you, Billy Schwein. Bill who texted in. Bill, we are all in South Jersey, bro. If you're gonna put your name and where you're from, just put a county at least, for goodness sake.
What was the name? What was it?
It was his was Green Crushing Rush.
Okay.
How about Schiavo? He coached Flacco and
That's
now.
cool.
And
One more we
Matt.
got. Joey D. in Ventnor.
Joey D.
has Sacks Incorporated.
Oh,
okay.
I like that. Yeah, kind of like
Sacks
that.
Inc. Sacks Inc.
Sacks Inc. Yeah, kind of.
I like that.
I kind of like that. I think.
All right, get your trademarks ready for the people that.
All right.
Maybe we should have done it for a prize.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
next
a locker room T-shirt.
Yeah, locker room T-shirt.
Yeah.
Or something. I would have put. The show's over.
Wow, good show, boys.
Wow,
How
fast did that go?
It goes quick. We have fun here, don't we? We have fun.
Great. Well, listen, man. Enjoy this whole week. Enjoy tonight. What we got? There's a Pro Bowl today? Or?
The flag football.
Tomorrow.
The flag football.
Today's the NHL All-Star game.
Yeah, today's the NHL.
Tomorrow is the NFL.
I watched a lot of the
games.
skills competition last night. We didn't even talk about the Sixers.
Only Eagles talk, baby.
Man.
Only Eagles
All
talk.
We'll get at it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be talking with Ed Barkowitz from the contributing writer for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Bobby Schwein will be in here.
Oh, nice.
Thanks to
Nick Earnshaw. Good luck.
Earnshaw. Thanks to Coach Schiavo.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to the Sportsbook Consigliere Q, as always. Thank you. Andrew Leeds in here. Josh Edding, thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Here's what you missed on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Julian Love, that was talking out of frustration. He'll learn from that. At the end of the day, he may be a little hurt that the Eagles waxed the Giants at the level that they did, but he is completely wrong. He actually is coaching this football team and putting them in the right positions to be in the Super Bowl in Arizona.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. Plus, get the best price for 2 lines of unlimited, saving you 45% over Verizon. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Learn more, or now through March 21st, get started for $30 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile for 2 full years with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Xfinity Internet required. Compares 2 Xfinity Mobile Unlimited intro lines and 2 Verizon 5G Welcome Unlimited lines. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Data thresholds and actual speeds may vary.
This world has its limits, but in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya, you've got a world of possibilities. You can leave it all behind in serene interiors, or you can go after it with available E-Force all-wheel drive. Go your way in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force not yet available for purchase. Expected availability early 2023, subject to change. E-Force all-wheel drive is an optional feature. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, proud partner of your Philadelphia Eagles. Enjoy our ultimate to-go catering. Full pan of Chicky's wings, half pan of classic cheese sticks, 2 pizzas, and of course, a full pan of our world-famous crab fries. Reserve now. chickiesandpete's.com/big game.
Sports is what we do.
You're in your car, you're in your house, you're wherever you are. You're a sports fan.
97.3 ESPN.
Because if you weren't a sports fan, you wouldn't be listening.
WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a town square media station serving all of South Jersey.